My name is Marcelle Peters and I'm a producer. I did my bachelor's degree in journalism at the University of Alabama, and then I went on to grad school at the University of Missouri where I got my master's in journalism. 30. I pursued journalism because I love storytelling. In high school, I started doing sports journalism because I had a love for sports, and that kind of led me to writing news. I started at WLWT in May of 2020. I was doing grad school at Mizzou, and Mizzou has these opportunities to meet with recruiters. I met with a news director from KMBC. I guess he liked me, and so he sent my resume out to all the Hearst stations. And one day Jeff called me and said, would you be interested in Cincinnati? I came and I loved it. It just seemed like a really good team, a lot of veteran journalists who really cared. Everybody I talked to felt like we would have like the same goal. We all wanted to turn a meaningful product, a good show, and everybody was willing to do their part in the team. One of the things that drew me to WLWT was the coverage area. I love the fact that we are tri-state. We cover Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Another great thing about Cincinnati is it's a major sports city. To me, sports is news, and so here we have the Bengals, we have the Reds, we have the Cyclones, we have UC, we have Xavier, we have all these great high school athletes. So it's great to be able to cover all these local sports, all these big teams. We cover a lot of different places and people. Some of the stuff that we had to do lately was severe weather coverage. When the Goshen tornadoes hit was probably my most fulfilling coverage that I got to participate in.
We got wires down, we got trees down.
It's crazy to feel like people trust you with that sort of coverage. You know, we were in the middle of the newsroom, middle of the day, and all of a sudden we knew there was potential for severe weather.
Nasty thunderstorm moving your way.
It was kind of all hands on deck, go to the booth.
You don't want to be on the roads as this is moving through.
We probably did 4 hours of wall-to-wall weather coverage. Cincinnati is a hidden gem. I never would have thought that I wanted to live in Cincinnati, Ohio. I grew up most of my life in Atlanta. Cincinnati reminds me a lot of that type of area. There's 52 neighborhoods in Cincinnati, so you want to live downtown, you go downtown. You get the banks, you get the clubs, you get the bars, you get the museums, and then we're also on the river. So if you like to go boating, if you like to go fishing, there's plenty outdoorsy things to do, lots of parks. You can drive to Mason and go to Kings Island. You can drive to Northern Kentucky and go to like a Y'all's game. And then you're also so close to so many other big cities. You're a drive to Chicago, a drive to Cleveland, a drive to Indianapolis, a drive to Louisville. New producers, my best piece of advice is to observe. I would say it's your best opportunity to grow and to learn how to do things. I came and I got to work with Stephanie Bruner. She was our senior producer at the time doing The Five, and I soaked up everything she gave me. Every single story that she changed, that was mine. Every edit she made, every suggestion she made, I was absorbing it and trying to apply it to my future stories and my future rundowns. Hearst is a great company. I love working for Hearst because they give you a lot of opportunities to grow and to meet people in the industry who are like-minded. For example, I got to go to that producer academy in Orlando this year. I met over 24 other producers from different stations across the country. So I think that's one of the most exciting things about Hearst is that you get this opportunity to have communication in different stations across the country. I feel like Hearst is very good at asking for feedback. They give you a lot of opportunities to reach out to corporate or reach out to the big bosses and tell them how you feel about something, and they're definitely not anonymous. I've met a lot of the senior people in Hearst and they're all approachable. That's very nice to feel like you work for real people who actually care about you and care about your product.